Hey guys, it's Emma. Welcome back. And today I am doing my 5th empties on this channel. So basically I'm just going to show you some stuff that I've used up, let you know what I thought of it and whether or not I would repurchase it. Alright, first up we have this foaming facial cleanser from Cerave. This has been my go-to cleanser for a while now. I already have repurchased this, so I like it. I think it's a really inexpensive but very thorough, good quality cleanser. I don't really, because cleansers don't stay on your face for very long, I usually don't care if they have a lot of like fancy ingredients in them. That's just me, but I use this in the morning and at night, and I never feel like my skin is stripped, which is really nice. Although if you have dry skin, they do have a hydrating version of this. But for my oily / combo skin, this works really well. Already repurchased and probably will continue to in the near future. Also from Cerave, I used up their Skin Renewing Day Cream. It has an SPF of 30. This is good. I have repurchased it. I do tend to prefer the Paula's Choice. I feel like it feels just that little bit better, but it's also a little annoying to get. It's a little bit more expensive, and this I can just run to the drugstore and pick up. So that's honestly why I've been getting it. Cerave does have a less expensive SPF 30 facial moisturizer, but unfortunately for some reason it breaks me out, so I'll go with this one. This one also is a nicer texture. It doesn't tend to leave a white cast like the other one does. You do need to blend it in though. I have possibly walked around with a little like white streak on my face, so just keep that in mind. It comes in a pump, which is nice, but I really wish this came in a squeezy tube. I found, especially this time around, this is probably my 3rd bottle of this, I found it very difficult to actually get out of the tube. I had to store it upside down, and even then I'm sure there's still product in here that I could use, so it would be great if this would come in a squeezy tube. This looks very nice, quite chic little pump, but squeezy tube would be great. Cerave, if you're listening. I do have a Paula's Choice moisturizer in here. This is the Hydralight, the Shine Free Daily Mineral Complex. I love how they always have the longest names ever. But this was very nice. I enjoyed it. It's for kind of combination skin, which was the skin type I was working with at the time, and I did find it to be a light enough moisturizer that it didn't feel heavy or, you know, like cloggy, for lack of a better word, but it also moisturized nicely. I have tried another one of the Resist line, the SPF 50. It's a very runny consistency, and that, even when my skin is a little bit more oily, really could have used a little extra moisture. So this was a nice balance of moisturizing but not too heavy. I would repurchase it again. I haven't, but next time, Paula's Choice is 20% off. Getting it. Next is from Soap and Glory, and this is their Orangasm Exfoliating Body Polish. I actually really liked this. I got it spur of the moment on a whim. It did have little beads in it, which I didn't realize till I got home, and I freaked out because I'm like, oh my god, why are there beads in this? But they are apparently made with jojoba oil, so they're not plastic. They're like a wax thing. I did really like the squeezy tube. A lot of Soap and Glory scrubs come in a tub, which I find in actuality in the shower to be a little tricky to work with. Either getting the top off, or, you know, a bunch of water gets into the scrub. Maybe I just need a new shower head. I don't know. I have a tiny little shower, so there's not a lot of room to store things. But I really did like this. I will definitely repurchase another Soap and Glory scrub, but I do want to make my way through the different scents. And yeah, I'd recommend. It smells really good. It smells orangey, but not in a sweet, sugary, or dare I say girly way. Like, this is a pretty unisex scent, I think. but it's very bright orangey. It has a little kind of almost musky scent, which maybe doesn't sound good, but it is. So I definitely would recommend it. I actually have a sample here. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I've tried this quite a few times, different samples I've gotten from, you know, ordering different things, and I don't get it. I don't get it. This was the primer that launched 1,000 primers, and I've never understood why people love this primer. I don't find that it does much of anything, certainly not for the price point. So I don't know, but I finished it, I used it, and I don't get it. Next is a hair product. This is from Hask. This is the Greek Yogurt Color Protection Conditioner with pomegranate and cranberry. The conditioner has been gone for at least a month. The shampoo is almost gone, but not quite. I'm halfway through a new conditioner, which is a little bit annoying. This was nice. It was, I wouldn't repurchase it. It's the kind of smell that I liked when I initially smelled it, but got really sick of after a little while, and it actually kind of makes me a little bit nauseous right now. I do really like Hask, and I have repurchased more Hask products. A, they're nice, and B, they're one of the only drugstore cruelty-free shampoos that are in, you know, CVS, at least around me. But I probably wouldn't repurchase this particular one. Speaking of Hask, I also finished up these samples of the bamboo oil strengthening shampoo and conditioner, and I actually really liked these. Now, as weird as it might seem, since I don't, but I get my hair dyed, you would think that I would be really into hair products, and I'm not. They don't move me that much, and so I usually just buy the least expensive option. But these, I really noticed a difference in my hair. They felt really nice. Well, I'm not gonna know what they smelled like. I remember them smelling pleasant, but I noticed an actual difference in how my hair felt after using these. The Hask stuff that I have since repurchased was not the bamboo oil, mostly because I couldn't find it. My, Rite Aid wasn't carrying it that day or what have you, but I definitely like these, and I would absolutely buy these if I could find them. And remember the name. That's very important. Okay, I have a couple of nail products. The first one is not quite empty, but it's close enough, and it's just not great anymore. This is from Essence. It's the gel. The gel nail polish. And these are really inexpensive. They come in a lot of cute colors. I find them at Ulta, and I got this just because I needed a white. And I didn't mind it. I mean, it's not a very expensive product. I wasn't thinking that it was going to be amazing. It worked. I found it to be a little bit streaky. It was almost opaque enough to apply just one coat and be good, but there would usually be like a little line. So you know how cheap nail polish sometimes kind of wears away on itself? That would happen. And this, it's almost gone, but it got really gloopy and gooey, and I know there are things that you can get to kind of rescue nail polish when it gets like that, but I honestly don't care enough with this product. I do have more Essence nail polishes that I like. I probably wouldn't repurchase this particular nail polish. There are so many other white nail polishes that I like better, including Wet n Wild has awesome nail polishes for around the same price, if not a little bit cheaper. So, Next is the Seche Vite Quick Dry Top Coat. I don't know how I lived without this product. I really don't. Obviously, it's hyperbole, but I love this. I mean, I used it up. The one complaint I usually hear about this product is that it's kind of like the Essence nail polish. It gets really gloopy and stringy and very difficult to use. I used it too fast for it to actually do that. I have it on my nails right now. It is amazing for a couple of reasons. Not only does it look great, I mean, all of that shine. I don't do gel nail polishes, so I've never found a top coat that was as shiny and beautiful as gel nail polishes can be until now. So it looks gorgeous. It does really help nail polish to last. I've had this particular manicure on for 3 days and nothing's chipped, which is amazing, and I haven't peeled it off, which is even more amazing because I don't know why, but I really like this. Anyway, not only does it look beautiful and help your nail polish to last, but it also makes the nail polish dry so quickly. I like to paint my nails to unwind. It's kind of a meditative thing for me, so I'm usually doing it at in the evening, you know, before bed, which is really not the time to be painting your nails unless you have such feet, because you put this on and I've not woken up with sheet marks in my nails since I started using this. So there was like a week where I didn't have this, and I was like, all right, I have to go get more. So I have gotten more. I will continue to forever and always get more, I think. It's just so good. I have 3 mascaras. I'm not sure how that happened. First is from Wet n Wild. This is the Lash Renegade mascara. I talked about this a long time ago. It was all right. It was definitely a better mascara for Wet n Wild as a brand. It has this interesting brush with a little round nub thing at the front, which I actually found a lot easier to use than I thought. But just the formula is still, you know, like I said, it's better than most Wet n Wild formulas, but it's just a little bit too natural for what I would really like. The packaging is cute and maybe could kill somebody. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I'm not repurchasing it. Next is the I Heart Extreme Volume Mascara from Essence. This is a repurchased product. I really like it. I'm going to talk about my new love in a second. So I would repurchase this. I haven't, but I have in the past, if that makes sense. This, I think, is maybe my 3rd tube of it. The brush is not my favorite. I mean, the bristles are really short, and it's a very fat and way too big brush, as seems to be the case with most mascaras. But the effect is really nice. It's very volumizing. It's a lot more powerful, so to speak, than, say, the Lash Renegade. And I also have, the writing is worn off, but this is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect. The Lash Princess with the mint green stuff on it. I liked this mascara for sure. I love the packaging of it. I love this rubberized stuff, and it's super cute. The brush is a little bit better than the I Heart Extreme. It's just, I find it a little easier to work with. It's a little bit smaller. But again, the formula was just a little bit on the natural side. So if you're looking for something that's just a little bit more natural, I would highly, highly recommend this. My new love, though, is also from Essence and also in the Lash Princess line. This is the Sculpted Volume Mascara. I love this. It has everything I love about the Lash Princess, but with the oomph of I Heart Extreme Volume. I also really like the brush. It's got that kind of curved brush, which I find really easy to work with. It reminds me a lot of the effect of Urban Decay's Perversion Mascara, which I love, but I'm too cheap to buy a bottle. But I really, really love that mascara, and I'm sure you'll see it a lot on my channel in the coming videos. The next empty is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I love this. I can't help it. I use it in the shade Taupe. I don't know if I will repurchase it, though. So I have since repurchased the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is definitely better. It's a little bit easier to work with. This is the NYX is a very stiff formula, which I prefer to something that's very creamy, to be honest, but it is a little bit trickier to work with. This is just nicer. But I was keeping track this time of how long this lasted, and it lasted the exact same amount of time as the NYX, and it's twice the price. It is not so nice that it's worth paying twice the amount of money for something that's going to last just as long. So I don't know if I find it on sale, or I had gotten this buy one get one, and I can't find the second one. It's been in this room, in this filming area, since I bought them, which was probably not smart, but I knew where it was and I can't find it. It'll turn up sometime. So I had repurchased the NYX Micro Brow, and I definitely think that this is the better product, but not double the price amount of better, if that makes sense. I'm sure it'll work its way back into my collection at some point, but I'm not going to make it a habit. Next up, we have the e.l.f. Clear Lash and Brow Gel. This was part of my Project Pan, which I desperately need to film an update for. I mostly haven't, because I haven't really made that much progress on a lot of the stuff that I have in there, but this was in there, used it up, not going to repurchase. It's fine, especially for $2, but it's not great, and I would like to try other things that are better. And then we have the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. This I actually really like. This was also part of my Project Pan, but it's just a little bit too heavy, too hydrating for my skin at the moment. This was awesome for me in January when my skin got really dry for a little while, and it does actually have a smoothing effect. I feel like a lot of, at least that I've tried, which granted is not a ton, but a lot of the kind of blurring sorts of primers don't really do that, and I felt like this actually did. This was one of the first primers I ever used where I felt like it actually made a difference in how my makeup went on. Not necessarily how it lasted, but it also just made my drier skin feel really nice. So if you have dry skin, I would definitely recommend checking this out. I mean, it's super cute. The packaging's really cute. It's $6, so, you know, I think it's worth it. It was worth it for me at the time. I would repurchase it if my skin got really dry again. But like I said, it's just too heavy for my skin right now. All right, moving on to some things that I'm decluttering. Now, a couple of these I'm not sure if they ended up in my overall declutter videos that I recently did. Well, this thing I know didn't, because it's hair product. Let's just start there. This is from Shea Moisture. I got it on clearance, which is honestly the reason I bought it, which is not a good reason to buy things. It is the Sea Kelp and Pearl Protect Color Extend Sea Salt Texture Spray. Just, I don't use it. The nozzle clogs up. I don't use it. It smells kind of funny, and I think it doesn't smell funny like it's gone bad. It just doesn't have a pleasant smell. And I have a different like UV protectant spray that I put in my hair to protect the color. So this is just taking up space in my cupboard and can go and not be repurchased, even if it's on clearance. All right, I know I talked about a couple of these products in my declutters. I'm gonna skip them because I've already been filming for way too long. These are both from Wet n Wild. They're both stick products. Hi, bud. Hey, honey, look at your face. Look at your cute face. Oh, you can see my setup. Super, super fancy, super spiffy. All right. That was so cute. So the first thing is this Wet n Wild Makeup Stick Highlighter. Now, if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I love the contour stick and the, well, for bronzing, and the blush sticks. But this is it's just one of those products, you know, it swatches out really pretty. And it does look nice on the skin. It looks just kind of dewy rather than sparkly, which is generally my preference for highlighters, but it doesn't last on my skin at all. you know, an hour after I do my makeup, I'll, you know, go in the bathroom for something and it's gone. So I don't reach for it. So I'm gonna get rid of it so I can buy other unnecessary products, more highlighters that I don't need but want anyway. And then the last thing, final thing, is also from Wet n Wild, and it's also a makeup stick. This was from their spring collection. This is the Cheek and Lip Tint in Kiss Me If You Can. Now, I, again, really liked this product, and I gave it a glowing review. Whoops, stuff fell. Glowing review, and I reviewed these back when they came out, and I was not lying. I really like it. It's a beautiful color. It looks very nice on the skin, and it feels very nice on the lips. But this is my problem with it. Because it's so kind of moisturizing and it feels so nice on the lips, it gets really kind of greasy on my cheeks. Now, if you have drier skin, that might be something that appeals to you, but it just, every time I would reach for it, I would just think greasy, heavy. Don't want to put that on my face. But this is not a nice color for me, in my opinion, on my lips. So I'm not going to keep it to put on my lips because I don't like the color. And I'm not going to put it on my cheeks, even though I love the color on my cheeks, because it's too moisturizing. So, it's kind of good. And that is it. Made it through my 5th Empties. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, anything that needs clarifying, which is definitely possible, I feel like this was not the most smooth, easy filming experience, but hopefully I've edited all together to make it somewhat cohesive. If you have any recommendations, send them my way, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.